Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a mix-up of a couple of videos that I want to do on my channel. I just don't have time to do, so I figured I would put them all in one video, and that way I can still do them and still talk to you guys about them. They're just going to be all mixed together. So what this video is it's going to be a Shop My Stash video. Now in February, at the beginning of the month, I did pick out some makeup and put it in my makeup bag for a quick makeup look, if you will, when I'm going to work. So I have been using these products all month long, and I wanted to show you the products that I shop my stash for and how I've been applying them all month long. At the end of this month, I am going to go ahead and put those products back and pick out some new ones, and again use them for all of the month of March. And then at the end of March, I would like to do another video showing you how I've used these products, what I think of them, and everything else. So it's kind of a shop my stash. It's kind of my monthly makeup bag. I don't know what we want to call this really, but whatever it is, let's go ahead and dive into it. So to start with, the primer that I have been using for February is going to be the SheGlam Birthday Skin Primer. Now, if you saw my last video, you guys will have known that I absolutely love and adore this primer. I think it is fantastic. I am just all over the moon about this primer. It definitely is a smoothing primer. And I will say it does do the smoothing very, very well, but you have to wait for it. Like, this is something that you put on and then you wait a few minutes and then it doesn't pill up and it looks really good under makeup. So this is something that I've just been enjoying and I've been using. It actually is the only primer in my collection, which I do want to, I do want to get a couple more. I just don't know when I'm going to do that. I haven't been buying a lot of makeup. And not that I'm on a no buy or even a low buy. I've just been a conscious. I've been watching what I'm buying. Conscious consumer? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, I can't seem to say that word today, but that's okay. We're gonna press on. So I'm gonna let that sit on my skin for just a second, and then we will move on to the foundation. All right, so for my foundation for the month of February, I have been mixing these two here. I have the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream in the shade number 21 and the Iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint here, and I have this in the shade Neutral Fair. And I've just been loving these two together. Now, the way I have been using these, and this one is almost over, is I will just take it and I will put it directly on my sponge, about a pump and a half of the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream. Yes, my sponge is very, very dirty. This is real life, you guys. I do apologize for the dirtiness of the sponge. And then I just put a little bit of the Iconic London on top of that there and just kind of splotch it around my face. Usually when I am getting ready in the mornings, this is going to be a step that I just literally slap on my face. I'm not very precise about it. All I want is the coverage and to even the skin tone. So that is what I've been doing. And these two together have looked beautiful. I have found that the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream in the shade 21 is a little pink for my skin tone, and I do not know if that is because I've recently dyed my hair black and that's just not what my skin tone looks like, but mixing in the Iconic London has really helped that shade match, skin match, complexion match. There we go. I can talk today. I can word. And that is what that looks like with those two mixed in. Like I said, I do a very quick blend on the skin. I think it looks very like seamless, very flawless, especially over the SheGlam Birthday Skin Primer. It just looks absolutely beautiful, and these two have definitely been a win for the month of February. For my concealer, it's the AOA concealer here, and you guys, I have been using this for so long, I do not have very much left, and this is actually something that I just draw on. This is so creamy under my eyes. Like, I don't feel it dragging, I don't feel it tugging, it just glides right on. And yes, I'm drawing on a lot. This is not a high coverage one. I do draw this on and kind of let it set for a couple minutes, but it's super creamy. Like, this doesn't tug at my under eyes at all, which I do appreciate. And then I'm just gonna take the back part of the sponge and blend that out. And it blends out so beautifully, like so effortlessly. There is not a lot of issue with it. It cancels out what I need it to cancel out, and kind of, you know, it doesn't look cakey under my eyes. Now, if you have wrinkles under your eyes, like I do, it is going to show wrinkles. This is not something, nothing is going to be something that is going to take away those wrinkles. But what it does do is it doesn't accentuate the wrinkles. Here I am so out of practice. The powder I'm using is the Revolution IRL powder. I am almost done with this one. I do already have a backup in my collection. I use this under my eyes and to set my whole face, and it does definitely give it a little bit of a blurring effect. So I do appreciate it, and I do set down my whole face. The next step that I'm going to be doing is my brows, and I have found that I have to do my brows at this step in particular because my brows are blonde. My natural hair color is blonde, and so my brows are blonde, and it just never looks right the rest of my makeup until I color in my brows. And I'm using the Perfectionist Brow Pencil from Melt here, and this is in the shade Natural Blonde, a little bit darker than like what I could use when I was blonde, but I use this more to color in my brows, and then I use a dark tinted brow gel to deepen them up a little bit there to make it so it matches, well, it doesn't match, but looks better with my hair. The next thing that I'm gonna do is go in with my Essence Make Me Brow, and this is in the shade Brownie Brows, and this is pretty dark. I do tend to, when I use this, I will take it and I will wipe away some of the excess so I can build it up, as opposed to try to put a ton on my face and then try to take it away or like dumb down the coloring of it. And see how it just frames my face just a little bit better with that darker color? That is what I like to do. And my radiator has been on this whole time, you guys. If you hear the clicking and the gurgling, this is an old house. Me and my husband bought a really old house, and let me just say, she's got some noises when the pipes in the radiator is turned on. So please just ignore the radiator sound in the background, along with the cats and the dogs and every other sound you're gonna hear, because again, I'm filming on my floor. All right, and now I kind of got my brows going on. They do not look even. I'm not gonna try to make them look even. I don't have time for that. I really don't, and I do wear a hat at work that does cover like this part of my face. So in general, you do not see my brows. You see like from my eyes down, but I do like to fill them in. So moving on, for the bronzer, I have of course been using my Florette Flower Food Bear contour palette, and I mix these shades and this shade all together to create the perfect contour color, and I literally just like run my brush all over, avoiding the sparkle here. As you guys can see, I have a huge dip going in this. I do love it. I do think it's awesome, and I am kind of a little bit concerned about the fact that I have pan on it. I do have other bronzers in my collection, but I'll be honest with you, this is kind of a favorite right now. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. I really don't. Get some life into the face, right? You can kind of see like my shadow from the ring lights and stuff. I should probably light up back there, but I don't know how. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. This is my bedroom that I film in, so I don't want to have to like take a lot of things down and put a lot of things back up. Still working on it. It's a work in progress. The next thing that I do is I take this Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Sculpture palette, and I have been using this shade right here. It's in Diffused Heat, which is a single you can buy. And I just tap my brush into it, tap off some excess on the back of my hand, and then apply to the apples of my cheeks and up. I don't put this on in a very precise manner because I do clean it up, as you will see, with the other powder that is in this. Woo! I got clown cheeks. Can we say clown cheeks? All right, I'm going to take my, oh, got a hair in my eyes. I'm just gonna take my powder brush with no additional product and kind of tap that out. I forgot my setting spray. And then I'm gonna take the Morphe Jumbo Continuous Setting Spray here and spray my face, not in front of the mirror here. That, my dears, is some very bright con cheeks going on. Once that dries, the next thing that I've been doing for the month of February, wow, can you guys believe February is almost over? Jeez. All right, is taking this powder right here, and I'm going to run it over this to diffuse the edges. So I'm just getting a little bit of that product on this brush here, which is a setting brush from Real Techniques. And I'm just kind of running it over the edges and around the corners to make this look a lot more natural. And there is that. So a lot of times I will throw on mascara at this point, and this is the way that I go to work, but there have been 2 palettes that I have really been loving this month. And the first one you guys saw in my last video. If you've not seen that, I will have that linked down below. But the palette I'm gonna use today is the one that I didn't show in that one. And are you guys ready for a throwback? Like a way throwback. Like, you guys are probably not ready for this. It is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Yes, I said that. This palette here has really just been gorgeous on me this past month, and I have been loving this. And I don't know if it's because my hair is darker or what the reason is, but oh my gosh, this right here, gorgeous. So for my everyday look, I'm gonna start out with a very flat brush. Like, there is nothing to this brush here. And I am going to go into the shade here called Lashes. I'm gonna get it on my brush, tap off the excess, and then spray it with my MAC Fix Plus. I am covering the whole lid from the inner corner to the outer corner with that Luscious shade, and that's just gorgeous. I absolutely love that shade. So that right there could probably be a one and done shade all in and of itself. But next I'm going to take this fluffier brush here, and I'm going into the shade right here called Georgia. And I am going to just fluff that into the crease. Next, I'm going to take this shade Caramelized right here on this fluffy brush, but it's kind of a thinner brush, almost like the first one that we used, only it's fluffy. And I'm gonna take it on that brush right there, and I'm gonna run it along the lower lash line just a little bit and kind of up into the crease, just making a small V with a little bit of a darker shimmer. And then the last thing that I do is just grab a big old fluffy brush and the shade White Peach up here in the corner and just kind of fluff that underneath my brow bone, just kind of making it stand out just a little bit and blending those top edges there. But moving on from that, the next thing I do is take my Colourpop, and this is the cream gel liner, and this is in the shade Swerve? Yes. Swerve, and I align my upper waterline, which I'm probably going to cut out of this just because I don't think this ever looks attractive when anybody does it, much less me. And then the mascara that I have been absolutely adoring and loving is the e.l.f. Lash Extender. You guys, this is just great. I absolutely love this mascara. It stays on. I will say that one eye always looks better than the other, which I think is just the norm for most people. I saw a meme a few days ago that was like your right eye and then your left eye, and one eye looked great with the lashes and the other eye didn't. And I'm like, is that really the norm for everybody? I don't know, but I feel like it's the norm for me. But beyond all that, I will say when I'm riding my bike and it's super cold and my eyes are tearing up, it does tend to come off over here in the corner. And it just comes off in a tube that when I get to work, I like flick it away. So it's not a horribly big deal, but still it is notable. So I figured I would, A, put a big glob right there, but B, also I figured I would let you guys know. So in case you have really tearing eyes, or you do like to, you know, ride your bike in cold weather like I do and you forget your goggles, this will clump up and come off. But it's easily flicked away. It's not like a smudgy thing or anything like that. It's just easily flicked away. So the last thing that I would normally apply is a tinted lip balm, but today I'm going to throw on this lipstick first. It's going to be the MAC, and it is the Over the Taupe, and I believe this is the Powder Kiss, the one in the like sleek long packaging here. I just love this shade, and it gives my lips a little bit of color. Where's my mirror? I'm literally looking at my mirror. All right, you guys, so this is going to be the final look using my February Shop My Stash makeup bag, whatever we want to call it. I will be putting these products back and getting some new ones to pick out for the month of March. And then at the end of March, I am hoping to film another one of these, just showing you what I have been using for the month on a day-to-day or regular basis. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next Sunday for my next video. Bye.